and we vibe instantly. And so then I asked him, a critical question. I was like, all right, so, when you're recording, what kind of setup do you like in the studio when you record? And he was like, oh man, I like the lights dimmed up and, different colored lights and incense got to be burning and whatnot. So instantly I'm like, all right, this is my man's right here. So at that point, my man CJ, he and I had just finished up, I think we had just finished up a project, or we were finishing up a project. Mm-hmm. And it was a solo album. I was maybe halfway through the project. And I was doing shows at a bunch of spots in the city. One spot I was regularly at every week called the Rocket Room out in the Richmond district. And so he, came to the studio, introduced him to CJ, and we just instantly had this chemistry. It was wild. I had never had chemistry with anybody like that. We'd freestyle and, ping pong off of each other, ones and twos. And we would challenge each other with like different rhyming games, spitting out, little phrases. And then the other person would spit a phrase and we would just kind of challenge. Just the ping ponging was ridiculous. And CJ took note and he was like, hey, it was completely off the cuff too. He was like, hey, y'all should form a group. And we were like, whatever. I think I had already started talking about retiring and shit. Yeah. And he was like, nah, for real, y'all should start a group. Y'all's chemistry is just ridiculous. And I had been working with CJ for a minute. CJ was, he was a session artist. He was a session pianist at the studio that I was recording at, Cool Cat Studios. And so he and I bonded real tough. And so over the years, he and I had kind of forged this real, just deep musical and just family bond. And he could tell that there was something special between me and Donald as far as just our connection and just how we got down. And so he was like, nah, for real, y'all should form a group. And so shortly after that, we did a couple of singles. We did 2119 was one of the, I think that was the first single we did, 2119. And then we did Breathe Easy. And we did Southern Comfort. Hey, so we knock out these 3 singles and we just, we're playing them for people and shit. And people are losing their minds like, hey, y'all need to do something. And so Donald started doing shows with me and started out like, he would be my hype man. And then I'd give him a section so that he could do a couple songs. His presence on stage was dumb. And I was really big into that because, I had years of performing and I sang with the San Francisco Boys Choir as a kid. So, performance was one of the things that I was, I thought that I kind of knew really well. And this man would get on the stage and could just captivate. So I was like, bro, I'm kind of digging this idea of us, doing a group together. We should kind of do something. And I don't remember if we started actually recording songs first or because I'm trying to think of which came first, the name or the music. But I just remember being downstairs on 2-6 on the veranda. And I think we were sitting up just chilling like we always used to do. And it punched me dead in the throat. Like, wow, Aquarius. That's going to be our name.
I was like, what you talking about?
And I was like, Aquarius, that's going to be our name, bro. We're refreshing. We flow like water. The fucking, the flows are so fluid. We're both Aquariuses. It just makes sense. And it was just kind of like, it was a no-brainer. And I think we hit up CJ and we were like, hey, CJ, we came up with the name Aquarius. He was like, cool, let's do an album now. It was funny because he was like, y'all are the last motherfuckers to know that this is where it's supposed to be. We're playing, let's do this. And we started working on our first album. And that was 2004. And it, we recorded it. It took us some, years to kind of get everything right. And I remember 2007 was our bombest fucking year.
Yes.
I think we did like almost 200 shows.
Yeah.
We were rocking shows from, every venue in the Bay Area, but we were doing stuff down in LA. I think that was the year, maybe the year after that, that we rocked it for the Emergenza International Festival, put together a live band and performed, you know, a bunch of our sets with a live band. That shit was, I mean, yeah, and that was the beginnings of, and this is before we had our own studio. You know, we definitely had a, you know, a vision. We were like, all right, you know, on the short list of things that Aquarius is gonna have, you know, we're gonna have a vault of music. We're going to own our own shit. We're gonna have our own studio. We're gonna have our own publishing company. We're gonna have our own, you know, everything. We wanted our own recording, you know, component, because we wanted to keep everything in house.
Yeah.
And then once we got our studio and got the publishing and everything together, we were like, you know what? We gonna call our shit in-house productions. And so, and that started, that was when the landfall started. After that, 9 or 10 splash tapes later, 3 albums. Yeah, that was fire. That was fire. But that's how it started.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Tea with My Uncle Iros. Catch us every Monday on your favorite podcasting service. TWMUI is written and produced by me. Definitely rate and review us on iTunes and follow me at Son of Paper on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Theme music by Keys. For more, visit facebook.com/unlockedkeys. Spill with y'all next time on Tea with My Uncle Iros.